Alrighty, the button has been pressed, the light is green, and we are good to go for Sound Goblin Gaming. Thank you all for joining us on this Thursday night as we get back to Alan Wake 2. I'm, as always, your host, the Krampus.
I'm Shiv.
I'm Hunter Green.
And when last we left, we had a lot of progress, actually. We got through the next two chapters of Alan's stuff. Um, we watched the movie Yoten Yo, and we talked about the layers of meta reality that we're dealing with here. And we saw,
I'll work the next
I
steps out from the
think, what
Kiss
happened to the former Alex Casey, although time gets real weird in this game, as we are going to go into shortly. Most crucially, we found two pictures. A picture of the clicker and a picture of a bullet made of light. And we had to put the clicker and the bullet made of light into a shoebox in the middle of the courtyard in the dark place. And once we did that, we were forcibly ejected back into playing as Saga, where we will be until the next time we're forcibly ejected into playing as another character.
Yeah, that sounds like we're coming upon an end game situation.
Yeah. They make a big deal about how you can play them in any order, but around this point in the game, they really just, force you down a single path.
Sorry for the late start on my today's program. I took a little hike to clear my head, and you know that fresh mountain air really does wonders. But I just couldn't seem to find my way back. I know that trail like the back of my hand, but it's somehow different now. Everything's changed. I'm starting to feel like I'm the only one who remembers how it used to be. All I kept thinking was, I need to find my way back. Find my way back. My way. Anyway, we're here now, and I'm proud to announce that our show has a new sponsor. So, the Pat Main Radio Hour is now brought to you by... Jesus, it was on the tip of my tongue. Maybe I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, all these notes just say Wendy Davis over and over. I know that name. Who is that? Well, for now, we'll just say the sponsor is Coffeeland and give them a plug here. Coffeeland? Is that right? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm feeling a bit out of sorts today. I took a little hike out around Mirror Peak to clear my head. That fresh mountain air usually does wonders, but something happened out there. What was it? Something happened. What was that? What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, maybe we can come back to that later. Yes. Let's get to our first guest on the show here. Who do we have on the line? My paper here says Wendy Davis. Wendy, you're on the line with Pat Main. Wendy, are you there? Must have a connection issue. We'll try to get hold of Wendy later on, you know? You know what? I think I remember where I know that name from. Yes, it says right here, Davis Family Beef Jerky. That must be our new sponsor. Apologies to Wendy for the confusion. I went out for a hike earlier to clear my head in that fresh mountain air, and ever since I've been feeling like... Do you ever feel like everything's spinning in a circle and you're trying to just keep your finger on it? I must be reacting to the humidity from all that rain. But usually, when I get a headache like this, it means sunshine is right around the corner. so we can all look forward to some good weather just in time for Deerfest. Up next, we have a new song from a local musician. This is a song by, what's it say here? Wendy Davis. We'll be back after this. Get it together, Pat. Breathe. Just breathe. They need you out there. All right, look around. Make a list of what's real, just like he said. A filing cabinet, microphone, computer, chair, soundboard, sticky note. Breathe. Oh, breathe. Breathe. You're okay. This is real and you're okay. Lamp, bed, coffee mug, microphone. No. I need some air. I need to get back. Need to get back. Hello? Anybody there? Oh, I will hang up now.
It's sad right up to the last half second. It's like, oh, I'm still here.
Dude,
Those people just burst in here and
it is exceptionally fucked up that how well they are displaying cognitive decline,
Yeah.
but also making you question certain aspects of is it cognitive decline because of all the bullshit that's happening in the setting. Like, it's a double whammy on him.
Check season real quick. What's that? There you are. Missed one. I think it's the one in town here. We're going to do a little bit of roundup here and grab some stuff from town that we couldn't before. Since one of the other things we did in the last session, session before that, was we got the bolt cutters. Which a fair few things in town are sealed with bolt cutters.
Don't mind us. Man, 5 feet away from us, we break through the block with a bolt cutter.
We're
That's
FBI.
fine.
It feels like someone on the writing staff knew, like, had a family member with some cognitive decline issues.
Yeah.
That just felt way too real.
Yeah, honestly, that's like one of the most tragic things in this game. Is just the slow decline of Pat Maine
Yeah.
as the game goes on.
Nothing! Actually, nothing? Not gonna lie, it'd be kind of funny if they...
Right.
Okay. I think it's right inside the gate.
Yeah, it's like right in here. There we go.
another locked box.
And the clue here, it's kind of hard to see in the light, but it's 1, 2, 3 on the little buoys out there. So 6. That won't count. Nine.
Nice.
Jiggling box. Suspicious.
It just wants to
Oh.
dance.
Commence to jiggling. Oh, right. The third one you have to leave here and go this way, I believe. No? Alright, fine. That's fine. We know 2 of the numbers. That's the problem with a 3-number code. Six, 9, 7. Steal from the cult, and the cult will come free. And give me a second because my inventory is full. Need another coffee roll churn. There we go.
Was that a storage expansion?
Yes, that was a storage expansion, but
You
you have
could
to have
pick up a
storage.
storage
You
expansion.
can't pick up storage expansion unless you have a storage space available. I know.
That's dumb.
That's pretty dumb.
I just wish you could drop things in this game. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
Drop things forever.
Look, the FBI stands for Federal Break-In Investigators. How are we going to
There's
investigate
another
break-ins if we
cold
don't
stash.
practice them? Work log. Overprivileged town hall folks complaining about poor TV reception. Hopefully not due to the paint job. Photo with giant moose statue in the park. Great memento. Damn dogs kept digging up the flowers. Park's trash can needed a fresh coat of paint. Painted an extra layer. Tried painting a large tree in the park, but the weather was too hot. Cooled down on a bench in the sheltered area and had an epiphany. Placed a screw on the purple park bench. Oh. Here's the park. Double mountains.
Stacked cones.
Stacked cones, yes. And left, right.
You remember how it went last time? The sacrifices we made? The pain? It's happening again.
Thank you for your report, ma'am.
You want to tell us more about these sacrifices?
Let's continue to report all sacrifices to the FBI. Not the FBC. They're busy. Mountain. Flowers that's side by side. And stacked cones. No. Stacked cones, then side by side.
Top one is to be double mountains, not stacked cones.
Oh, right, yeah, double mountains. And then this one needs that. There we go. Monsters live in the... We know!
They're monsters, those are people.
Are they?
Monsters live in the woods. They're big, hairy dogs. We must do our part to fight the big, crazy dogs.
Pork, 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 pork.
The bank is closed for Deerfest. Okay, now I'm curious. Did I miss that? Shiv, I may need you to find a list.
4?
Mayor Setter locations. We have missed the 5th one on the list. Although, depending on what order they're going in, that may not be helpful.
The 5th one?
Counting vertically, yeah. Does the list you have list them by what the quote is?
Yes.
Okay. So we've got Stand Up for Justice. Won't roll over on the issues.
Okay.
Is not afraid of the rough questions.
Okay.
Mayor Sutter will speak.
Okay.
And vote Mayor Sutter to sit in office.
Okay, so have Setter is better.
Yeah.
Pull up the map.
Pulling up the map. Does it say which map it's on?
It is in Bright Falls.
In Bright Falls? Okay.
It is in Bright Falls, across from the Oh Deer Diner.
Oh, okay. Cool. So we are in the right place to get that. No one mind me, I'm a heavily armed police officer, investigating crimes.
My standard FBI equipment like this hunting rifle, a crossbow,
A double-barreled shotgun.
double-barreled shotgun.
So what do you think that whole thing at the lodge was about?
I don't think. It's
We
better
know.
not to get mixed up with that bunch.
Ah, so you do know something after all. You know, I bet that biker gang from the next town over had something to do with what went on at the lodge. Rowdy folks, rowdy habits.
I wouldn't put it past them. Watery definitely has that kind of a rep.
Shush.
Setter is better.
Oh, yeah, because this is the one that has, This one's not here until now, because then this one has the
Meet
thing
the
for
mayor,
Meet
huh?
Mayor Setter.
Maybe I should swing by
Actually, this is
Swollen
available in
Hall.
Chapter 1.
It is? Oh.
Uh-huh.
Nope, wasn't available until now.
Interesting.
Completely missed it. But it's been here the whole time.
Alright, well, what a fool am I. Well, I know
Same
we've got
rank.
an investigation to do, and we've got a town to save, and, you know, Scratch is playing hell with reality and about to manifest, but I think we can afford some side trips.
They think they're so mysterious, their ridiculous masks. Children in costumes.
Not wrong.
We could even go back to Cauldron Lake if we, like, for example, missed a weapon or something.
I mean, who would miss a weapon? They
The
put them
very-
on the map.
The very thought. The nerve.
hear some concerning things over from Bright Falls.
You mean that horrible affair at the lodge? Why is everyone running around shooting at everything nowadays?
I thought small towns like ours were supposed to be safe.
And here he is, Mayor Setter.
Oh,
Or
hello, Mayor Setter. Nice to meet you.
I mean, I gotta give him respect for that.
Hey.
I see no reason not to like Mayor Setter.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain I could pay my local property taxes in ear screeches, maybe belly rubs. And for doing that, for getting all 6 of the mayor things, we get the Mayor Setter charm, which marks all nearby resources and points of interest on Saga's map.
Huh.
Good if you're trying to 100% the game. Although at this point, there's not much left. Actually, going to swap out the Coffee Wort token for the Anchor Charm. Grab my flashbacks.
Well, that's the cutest mare I've ever seen for sure.
Okay.
Get the clicker to wake and make him fix his attempt to play God. That's the plan. But the FBC have him.
Messy group of enthusiastic sociopaths? Can't do any of these. Pull out some Cult Snatch.
Right.
That sentence just mutated into something completely different in my head. I said it out loud.
Yeah, you're fine.
We got a few stashes from the watery area that we haven't gotten.
Yep. If only you had a charm that would show you where all the stashes are.
If only I had a charm that would show me where all the stashes were.
Would you say that's charming? I feel like that sigh was directed at me.
I mean, that was an in-game sigh. That wasn't me.
I know.
All right. It's time for our cleanup roundup. Setter's charm in.
I think the Kalevala Knights might be too busy with, their own stuff, bikes and such.
Okay. Oh, it even shows like manuscript pages instead. That's nice. I like that. I did not concern myself with 100% playthrough on the first time I went through this.
Oh.
So there's probably going to be a lot of stuff here that I didn't catch the first time.
Yeah, I mean it's fair not to do 100% on your first run, considering you can't get the full story till you do
Yeah.
Yep.
final. So
Bailey ran around the corner as the street lamps flickered and went off. It was in front of him, a glitching cloud, a dark, boiling monster. Looking at it felt like what a stroke must feel like. He was sick with fear. He fell. The dark presence ripped into him, swallowed him, filled his lungs and his brains with dark water. Bailey saw a snarling face in the darkness. Then he realized it was his own face. He was snarling. He was standing in the street in the dark, and he was snarling. He was snarling, he snarled. The monster was gone. The darkness coiled around him in tatters and wisps. He was the monster now filled with rage. He was the monster now filled with rage, he shouted.
It's okay, bud. Calm down.
Okay, bud, calm down, he snarled. Okay. Continuing on. Ah, cult stash back here. Everybody looking for the cold stash.
Another one of those cult boxes.
That car one was too easy. Here's mine. There are 3 batteries, B1, B2, B3, which have a combined charge of 1600 amps. B2 has 128 amps more than B3. B1 has 2 times as much charge as B3. How many amps does B2 have?
Fuck you, math. You can't make me, do you?
I could not for the life of you tell me what the answer to this one is.
I hate that my brain knows that there is a formula to figure this out very easily, but I can no longer remember said formula.
Okay.
Hey, Shiv, can you look it up for us?
I mean I could do the actual math for you too.
That'll work too.
So you know some basics. So how the formula would work is obviously you need B1 plus B2 plus B3 equals 1600.
Correct.
But then you need to replace those with various equations. Since we know that B2 is 128 amps more than B3, B2 is equal to B3 plus 128. We also know that B1 is 3 times as much as B3. So
B1 has 2 times as much charge as B3.
sorry, 2 times, yes. So we know that B1 is 2 times B3. So you can end up with the equation of 2 times B3 plus 28 brackets plus B3 is equal to 1600. And you get to do some. It's 490.
What's that?
496.
496. Why do I have to take a fucking math test to open a stash? What if I needed to get in fast? I can't do math in my head. I'm not Ada fucking Lovelace. I missed dinner getting this thing open. It was family pizza night.
And this is why math is the root of all evil.
The square root.
This would have been better if you got to that stash and had like a piece of paper and a pencil on top of it. Like, have fun.
Alright. Next up, we're going to head back up to the lighthouse. Respawning enemies, probably wolves. Coffee World next, right? I have seen sadder theme parks, but not many.
I was gonna say.
Save. We are very slightly wounded. Full health kit.
I mean, if stuff didn't take up so much so much space.
Another cult stash?
You say you can tell it's the three symbols because they have the paint right there.
Yep. Square.
I feel like this one's meant to trick you because of the wooden symbols as well. I think you're only supposed to select the symbols that match the symbol that's on the box. So, circle.
Circle. That's the thing. Circle's not an option. I think what we're looking for is 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, I did not notice there was a 1. Or, yeah.
So
That makes more sense.
triangle. Neighborhood codes.
Like, so we've seen 2 and 3. We need to find 1.
Alright, there's something I'm missing.
Where are we at?
We are up at the lighthouse in Watery.
first one should look like it's leaning against.
Leaning against what?
Leaning against a tree.
Leaning against.
Turn to your right. To your right. Right. It is that.
Huh. So downward Twin Mountain.
Not sure where you're going.
I just don't get the logic they're asking for here.
I can't help you that, but that is the right symbol.
Problem is there's no symbol here.
My guess is it's bugged and there's supposed to be a 1 there.
I'm guessing. Alright. I'm throwing a Hail Mary on this one. Just give me the answer.
I mean,
Right.
I just told you that for that one is the first symbol.
Yeah, it's the
And
first
it's
symbol
1,
of
2,
2 and 3. Yeah.
Your number comp thing is right.
Downward mountains. Downward.
Okay.
Downward, downward.
Downward mountains.
Sorry, no.
Stacked road cones. And downward mountains.
Yep.
Mountains, stacked road cone. Downward mountains. That is not the right answer.
Try upward mountains for the first one.
No, there's definitely 2 triangles looking down next to each other. Got it. 2 triangles overlapping, pointing upward, then same as the first.
So the reason why I'm saying for the first one try upright mountains. Looks like that might have fallen. Oh no, never mind.
No, it's
I
hung
got a
here.
closer look.
That's definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. That's not 1 according to a different list. Open your map real quick. Zoom in on the area you're in. So number 1 should be move your cursor down. Down. Right about there, all the way against the left side.
It's the left side.
Ah, there it is.
Ah, okay. Double road. Double
So
inverted
double
road
down.
cones.
The original guide was wrong.
Was it an IGN guide? Because that wouldn't surprise me.
It is an
It is what?
it is an IGN. Yes.
Okay.
No. The second one is
The
upward
second
road
one is
mountains.
double up.
So everyone's double up. There we go.
Ta-da!
Got it.
Yeah, no, I've gone through a bunch of IGN guides recently that have just been dead wrong on stuff. Like, not that I ever expected IGN to get a ton of stuff correct, but the
been
amount of things they've been getting wrong has been kind of absurd.
It's been fine for all the other stashes and stuff. So
Yeah.
that one is off. I had to pull up a different guide.
My favorite thing about IGN's website is they have set up guide pages for every game, but don't actually put in guides. Instead, put in things of saying, hey, This guide isn't complete here. Would you like to write it?
Gonna make some room in the box.
You don't need to carry around the crossbow bolt. You're not carrying a crossbow.
Yes. There we go. Save. Alright, now we gotta go back up to the lighthouse itself. Going back up to the lighthouse. All the ships you can see.
I don't have the key.
I see you.
You don't see shit. I'm just going camping with my family.
I will walk menacingly towards this person like, oh no!
It was just going camping. Family.
And he's pitching a tent in hell.
You can't do lighthouse until you do every stash.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. I don't think we're far off on every stash.
We have a list.
A lot of the ones we were missing came from...
Looks like we're missing one.
No, that's Nursery Rhymes.
Oh, that's the wrong thing. Okay.
There are 22 total.
Watery. Missing. One from Watery, one from Bright Falls, and 2 from Cauldron Lake. That makes sense because we haven't been to the locked area of Cauldron Lake yet.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, since we're next to it, let's go ahead and take care of Trailer Park. And while we're here, we're going to hit on a couple of investigation points. I missed the first time. You've successfully completed junior basic training. Wildlife of the Pacific Northwest. Mind Stranger, The Very Old House. Ribbon-Hearted Girl.
Some real things are mixed in with the fiction. Doesn't matter. It's not real. It's not.
Ah, Logan and his picture of the long deer. flare. That's all the investigation stuff from the
Oh no,
trailer
a
that
cult
we-
member suddenly appeared.
Oh no.
Vincent, take off the mask. We know it's you. This is an intervention.
I don't know what you're talking about. I literally don't know what you're talking about.
Welcome, Vince. We're doing some
Yeah.
cleanup right now. Going around getting cult stashes, stuff like that. We met Mayor Setter. He's very nice. He's a dog.
Mayor Snyder is the goodest boy.
I can say he's the cutest mayor we've ever seen.
He's a big old, like, black lab.
Ah.
And we got a charm from him that reveals all points of interest, including things we missed.
We aren't wearing it because we have the guide.
No,
but-
we're wearing it.
Oh, are we? Okay.
Yeah, we're absolutely wearing it. It's the only reason I can see manuscript pages and cult stashes right now.
Oh, right. The manuscript pages is why you put it on. Because the other stuff, it's like, really don't need a thing for that.
The old man who could not see had no children of his own, so he cared for a fawn not yet grown, for the deer for him was dear, and filled his life with love. Old man who could not see. Let's see. Deer.
Okay.
There we go.
He was ask- I was gonna say he was gonna ask what you were doing in his house.
Charmed, I'm sure.
How dare you? After you sighed at my bad pun.
Ah!
Wow, those axes would be dangerous. They actually did any damage.
Good thing they're only throwing foam axes at us. Now on sale at Coffee World.
Coffee World seems to sell a lot of stuff that's not coffee related.
Must be locked from the other side.
It's locked from the other side. Oh, we didn't even investigate what our charm does. The Deerfest charm significantly increases time before darkness shields regenerate. That would probably actually help out a lot on higher difficulties.
You would, except we're just going to shoot people in the head. They're going to be dead. So.
Exactly. Okay. That's done. Care about containers as much, because that's just random bullshit. So, up to the Kalevala Knights workshop. Part of the reason I'm doing all this cleanup is because, like I was saying earlier, we're real close to the end of the game, actually. The next couple of chapters pass by fairly quickly, and then we get yanked back into Alan. And so... Oh, it's the thing. I heard some laughing. I was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, it's the...
It's the float. Oh, lots of bullets. Oh, manuscript page.
Another cult box.
I heard you.
Oh, you did.
You stop playing with that wood. I can't believe this town is filled with a bunch of serial wood touchers and nobody told us. So, bumper boat, or sorry, Ferris wheel spare parts, espresso, bumper boats. One, two, three, four. Two of the boats. Two, three, five. 5, 4, 2. There we go. You also missed number time, Vince.
Did miss the game trying to make us do math?
Another math puzzle.
I'm putting it in writing here that Operation Bigger is Better is simply not
Bigger
possible
is
from an
better.
engineering perspective. I know he loves his crazy ideas, but the schematic looks like a damn comic book. Charlene drew it for him, didn't she? It can't be done.
Sounds like quitter talk to me.
There's some crossbow bolts. Alright, we need to get back into the actual.
There's a manuscript
workshop.
page inside there?
Yes, there's a manuscript page inside the workshop itself.
Sounds like a real cheerful fellow.
There we go.
Hey, stop right there.
Ah.
The shape stumbled out of the dark toward Deputy Mulligan. Thornton was doubled over, coughing. A chunk of cold pastrami caught in his throat. Bring it, fucker. Mulligan fired. Thornton hacked the pastrami out of his windpipe, opened fire with his partner. The monster fell. They kept shooting. The thrill of domination. This was the cult of the tree. Not one tree, a forest. Secret knowledge in a deer mask. The last line of defense. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Bright Falls fucking finest. They crept over, pulling out their flashlights. The horror. This is Monica from the tackle shop. An innocent woman. Thornton's pastrami came back up.
Oh, there was. There's a point investigation we missed over here.
To put one thing away in the shoebox.
Yeah.
Hey, we can put
Oh no,
things in
two.
the
There was a
shoebox.
stack.
You never know when we'll encounter that giant or spider.
This isn't a Resident Evil game.
What am I missing? Oh, right.
Hmm.
Something else on the table here. There we go. Right, I forgot about this one. Rose Marigold observations. 6:35 a.m. Leaves home in car. 6:46 a.m. Arrives at Oh Dear Diner. 7 a.m. Opens restaurant. 9:44 a.m. Spills a cup of coffee. Stares at coffee puddle and seems suddenly delighted. Begins talking animatedly to the puddle. Observer not in diner did not hear her. 11:30 a.m. Goes on break. 12:04 p.m. Back from break. Ate a sandwich and wrote in a notebook. Couldn't see text. 1:21 p.m. Stares at ceiling fan for approximately 50 seconds, smiling. 3:05 p.m. Leaves Oh Dear Diner on foot. 3:08 p.m. Stops at pier and writes in notebook. Stares at clouds and becomes upset, shaking her head and speaking up at the sky, not close enough to hear. 4:23 p.m. Leaves pier. Arrives at car, enters. Arrives home. Watches TV. Cooks dinner, macaroni and cheese. Watches TV while eating. Goes to bed, reads The Sudden Stop. Turns off light. It's like the talking animatedly to a puddle. And stuff we already knew. Yako and Ilmo were the cult leaders. Right.
Quit laughing at me.
Gotta go touch the well real quick.
Yep, that sure is a well.
Okay, points of
Well,
interest.
well, well.
Points, actual like blue question mark points of interest do not just go away. So. Alright, and I think that is it for Watery, at least until we get all of the cult stashes. Let's take one last trip through Coffee World.
Yay!
I should have a slightly faster sprint.
If only you had a segue.
This isn't Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
No matter how hard Alan tried, and he had come up with some flimsy excuses in his past, he could not justify her and Saga Anderson finding a segue in the middle of Watery.
Yeah, I bet he'd try.
Alright. Next up, heading back to Cauldron Lake. Going into the spooky lake. Getting messed with by Alan Wake. You could have at least put the shotgun, like, in the trunk or something.
Nah.
Go through here and then back around. Bolt cutters. I mean, we couldn't have just hopped the fence or anything. No, sir.
No, obviously not.
We're federal break-in inspectors. Not federal fence-hopping investigators.
That doesn't even work with FBI.
No, nay.
Another locked box.
Let's see. Tree with a 2. Oh, no, sorry. So, house. Spin around. Go through the gate. Go over the bridge. Past the cave. God damn it. We have to trace the map here. Like, go through the steps and find the key for this one. It's not a combination lock. So we have to go through the gate.
And I've already forgotten the directions.
You have to cross a bridge next.
Technically, it's under a bridge.
Oh. Yeah. Mayor Sutter's charm comes through once again.
And show you where the key is.
It just shows you where the key is, and I was way off. We'd have been running around this map for hours.
Welcome to session, or welcome to part 3 of us trying to find a key.
I'm gonna find it. I'm not crazy. That way.
Games sure to make simple tasks like finding keys much easier than they'd be in real life.
Well, I mean, the cult is intentionally trying to point people towards the key.
Well, no,
I understand that.
Also, implicitly trying to let cultists know where keys are.
Yes.
Like,
Not random.
Even then, saying like, okay, it's in the house. That's a lot of ground to cover still.
All these instructions, only to realize the keys are just in our pocket.
Keys were the friends we made along the way?
There are no friends in this game.
Oh, that's true.
Alan had started with a really clever puzzle and was going to write it out, but then he got bored, so he just said the key was in Saga's pocket the whole time.
That's a 6.
Yeah, I'm looking for the one with the 2 on it. Or 2. There we go.
2.
Like Gavin Sashke. Oh, that's nice. They put the picture here again.
Yeah.
Which is nice because you can't see the picture in the original one because it won't let you zoom in on it.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. It's rude. But they're cultists, what do you expect? Okay, this one was actually pretty fun. Much better than the math tests.
Not wrong. Around that way. Can't move a chair. Impossible to move a chair. I can't help but wonder if, like, you might want to, like, discard some stuff you know you're not going to use.
That's the reason to discard the medical things.
Yes. That's
I mean, like,
the medical kits.
I mean, stuff like, you know, those coffee charms. Like, just because the
Yeah, 'cause
difficulty
I think we
you're on.
got the thing for getting all the charms already, right?
Yes, yes, we did.
Wait. No, we couldn't have. There's another nursery rhyme here.
Oh no.
Oh well.
Have I doomed us all?
All charms.
We picked it up. That's the main thing. We did get an achievement for
Yeah.
some kind of like charm thing. I just don't remember what the button to open.
Can't be opened.
Oh no! Wait, no. I thought we did the last nursery rhyme.
No, we didn't do the last nursery rhyme. There's one here in.
Oh. Maybe we got all the unique ones.
So, Krampus got the rustic charm
Achievement.
achievement because that doesn't require one playthrough.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you get that for acquiring one of each charm, not the. Basically, you don't need to get every single coffee cup mug to get that one.
Got it.
By the way, you know you're not going to be using the coffee cup charms.
Yep.
So they really are just wasting space.
More of those rhymes.
Check the papers beforehand. Birds, watching you like in that movie, but protective, not attacking. Mythical inspiration, guardian spirits, Norse mythology, or ancient Egyptian. Corvus Corax from the family Corvidae. Research symbolism and uses. Elements, stalking monster, watchful birds. Stakes can't be too high for both risk management and fruitful outcomes. Make sure the rhyming is looser this time. Need to test this approach for possibly more ambiguous interpersonal results. Our hero, courageous and true, stalked by the monster hatching through. The clever crows call their warning and keep an eye on the battle forming. When the fight is done and over, the hero and crows reap the rewards left for her. So, crow's eye. And monster. No? Oh, hero rewards.
Yes.
There we go. Oh god! I will continue shooting you in the dick. Okay, that one
Another
did
charm.
legitimately scare me.
I mean, the crow did warn us about the monster.
Hold on before we do that. Oh, Federal Bureau of Control says this area be vacated as a matter of public health and safety. Forceful action per code 157DE. Your compliance is appreciated. Cauldron Lake closed. The majority of the scenic and beloved Cauldron Lake area was fenced off and access is restricted as a government agency takes over. Tuesday, the unthinkable happened over the weekend as local tourist destination and beloved fishing spot Cauldron Lake was cordoned off by government officials, citing seismic disturbances in the area. The Federal Bureau of Control has limited access for the foreseeable future. When asked about the effects this closure will have on the region as a tourist destination, the FBC spokesperson expressed profound regret on this impact this may or may not have on the local economy. This comes as a shock to locals who have enjoyed a campground and fishing access around the lake for generations. When interviewing residents around town to get a feel for the reception, it was clear that the tensions were running high. This is an absolute outrage, says Kathy Waller, lifelong Bright Falls resident and volcanologist. There's been no documented volcanic activity in this region for millennia. The only seismic activity going on down there is when the Coscalas take their 4x4s for a joyride on the hiking paths. I just bought a season camp pass, said Ed Randall, a Watery native. I sure hope these feds reimburse me my $350. I'm not holding my breath. In addition to the inconvenience and anger locals are feeling, there's concern as to what this means for the future. Joe and Cindy just put all their savings into that convenience store for the campground. What happens to them? What happens to all the businesses around here that rely on out-of-towners? People are scared, and they want answers. Is your email hacker-proof? To many people, hackers are the stuff of Hollywood movies and TV shows. Dark criminals committing cyber crimes and action movies. But to many people around the world, hackers are a very real threat. Cybercrime experts warn that phishing attempts are on the rise and show little sign of stopping. What is phishing, you may be asking yourself? Phishing is when someone poses as a fake email address in order to trick the recipient into sharing their personal information. Information which could then be used to access bank accounts or other personal databases. Even the most professional-looking emails or text messages can be faked, experts warn. So people are encouraged to always act with caution when sharing information on the net. All it takes is one mistake, and your information could be out there forever. Absolutely true, by the way.
Yep.
Bright Falls Bookstore Raffle Bonanza. Anyone looking for a gift for their reader in their life would do well to visit Bright Falls Bookstore this weekend. In an effort to clear out the stock room, Bright Falls Bookstore is raffling off hundreds of old books and collections, including many signed books and items considered collector's editions. All proceeds will go towards renovating the bookstore and charitable donations to student literacy programs. Tickets for the raffle will be on sale from 9 a.m. on Saturday until 6 p.m. the following day, with the drawing taking place on Monday morning. Monring. Alright. I just love it when there's nothing sinister in the news whatsoever.
Certainly not.
Oh, you know, it's fiction.
Alright. That was just another Deer World charm we got from that guy, so it's fine. Let's see. Anything else up here? Oh, there's a lunchbox. There's a lunchbox on the right.
Another Alex Casey lunchbox?
hair was longer than I remembered, blowing gently in the cool night breeze. I put my hand to his cheek to confirm it was indeed real. And he was. He was real. Feeling his handsome beard, wild but neatly trimmed, beneath my fingers proved it. You're back, I breathed. Yes, I'm back. I wasn't cold any longer. Thrilling.
Hey, look, she asked for you to not read her fan fiction, which may have gotten mixed in.
Lake.
Nope.
There's one more rhyme in Cauldron Lake. Some weird animal tried to break into our clubhouse. It was scary. Max hit it off a big stick and ran away. I think it was a squirrel before. Our candy stash has gone missing. Maybe it was the squirrel? Max found candy wrappers in the woods. There was some big poops there. It wasn't the squirrel. Max has gone missing. Beware the wicked witch. Rules. One person is the wicked witch. Everybody else has to run and hide. When the witch says, beware me, everyone has to change places. You go to someone else's hiding place, you can tag them to kill them. Don't get tagged and killed. If the wicked witch finds you, you're dead. If you find the witch's lair, she is caught. Burn the witch!
People may not know this, but Krampus suffers from a rare disease that keeps him from pronouncing numbers. Never mind all the times he's pronounced numbers.
I can't describe to you how bad I am at math. 1, 2, but damn it.
The serious disease.
Excuse me, sir. Hey, I got some handgun bullets out of that. That's a good deal. Alright. Down, go side path. Saw that one already. During our first time sleuthing here.
Oh.
Lunchbox. On the other side of this. I'll have to go all the way around. God damn. How can we get some coffee from Coffee World to make Saga run faster? It worked for the moose.
It also killed the moose, so...
It worked for the moose for a time. Going around to get a lunchbox.
More of those kids' lunchboxes.
Remember, it's just a bad day, not a bad life. But if you're having a good day, ignore this whole thing. And speaking of good day, got plenty of upgrade points.
Yep.
Nice.
Saga stood still, emptying her mind, focusing, breathing in, breathing out. She aimed the rifle, ready for the kill shot.
That's a kill shot! That's a kill shot! Next, we're heading over here. Cult Sash. Hi, guys. Hey, batteries. And more batteries. Alright, we've got batteries for days. Alright. So... Alright. So while we are running around doing the checking up and stuff here, let's go ahead and take like a... We're a little more than midway through, but we'll call it a mid-game sort of check-in with everybody. How do you feel about Alan Wake 2 as a whole? Whether you're familiar with the first game or you're just coming into it from Alan Wake 2. Let's go ahead and, I guess, Shiv, you got any thoughts?
Shiv?
You may be muted.
I was inadvertently muted.
Oh.
I've been enjoying it so far. I do prefer the Alan Wake sections, which are a bit more trippy, compared to the Saga sections, which are more almost standard, like third-person explore shooter kind of. Not that things don't get trippy in Saga sections. They're just mostly dealing with things to do with the rest.
Yeah, I generally agree with that, but again, we're the watching audience. Granted, it doesn't feel like it feels like the narration is more of the point of this game than the gameplay, quite frankly.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Which is kind of an inverse of both Control and Quantum Break, which, well, while they had plenty of story, like, they actually built games around them.
Short break for Alan Wake narration.
Back at Witch's Ladle,
Yep.
Saga pointed the flashlight at the strange, dark substance. The same substance Nightingale had left at the morgue. There was something hidden under it. She strained to see. The opposite of sunspots in her eyes. Blacker than black. Suddenly a change. The light reacted to the substance. A feedback loop, surging up her arm. Saga squeezed the flashlight, willing it to penetrate the dark matter. Burn it away.
Alrighty, continue.
But yeah, in general, it's
There's another cult
it
stash.
is a bit more interesting. Looking at they do kind of need each other to some extent, where Saga is actually in the story and Alan Wake is making the story / in the meta story of sorts, and also just has the more interesting and entertaining stuff going on, including musical numbers.
It does have a fantastic music. Yeah, it's like the Saga section feel like they're trying to be. Not really trying, because they are very close to. The Saga sections feel like Alan Wake 1. where like you're investigating what's going on, trying to figure stuff out in the middle of the forest, compared to the more weird, mind trippy stuff that is the Alan Wake side, which is all dealing with more of the strange, the dark place, and all that kind of stuff. So like they compartmentalized the two parts of their narrative into different sections, which works well enough. But if you prefer one over the other, you do just have these sections. Like, okay, we're gonna run around the forest for a bit before we get back to here's an entire chapter that's an excuse for a musical number and other stuff like that. Yep, that's a rock.
Yep.
What are you trying to figure out?
The cult stash that we're looking at is just light. The clue for it was just a picture of a light bulb. So I think I need to go back to the cult stash. And specifically follow. Which is there. You should not just respawn in the middle of that. That's rude.
You're the one wandering around the forest.
Hunter, any thoughts on Alan Wake so far?
Narratively, I like it overall. I think it builds on a lot of stuff from the first one. Trying to figure out how to put my opinion on it into... I kind of wish that they didn't have the ability to switch back and forth. I kind of wish that you started playing through only with Saga's perspective, and after you beat Saga's perspective, you were given a playthrough as Alan's perspective. And then after that was done, you got basically an epilogue dealing with the both of them. Simply for a stronger narrative cohesion, I would say.
Still rock.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm just not getting where they want me to go if it's not the rock.
Where are you?
Cauldron Lake, near the Crow's Foothills.
Cauldron Lake. Where's the map again? Sorry, I was pulling up the guides.
No, that's all right. It's fine.
That one. That one. This one. Oh yeah, should just be a bunch of arrows leading you some keys. Did you already pick up the keys, maybe?
You know?
I just missed the box. It is the Streamside Stash.
Haven't we had that for like the entire playthrough?
We have had that for like the entire playthrough.
Almost certainly since we walked you through here the first time.
The cult is watching right now.
Well, yeah, they kept sending people after.
Yeah. Okay, so the only thing we need to do left is pick up the manuscript page. We can leave Cauldron Lake. Yeah, so my own thoughts on Alan Wake in general, and obviously we got the ending left to go through. I'm kind of the opposite opinion of Shiv. I think the Saga Anderson parts of the game are better. Remedy in general does better when they have a concept, like they stick to like one concept and they tightly explore it. And I feel like the Alan Wake sections are just kind of a bunch of loose nonsense until you get to the very end of the game, and even then it's just kind of sequel bait. Or at the very least, bait for more things in the Remedyverse. And Saga sections are more of what I like. Well, even Saga sections aren't quite what I liked from Alan Wake, because Alan Wake 1 was more of like an action game, not really a survival horror kind of resource management thing.
Did have a dodge button.
I mean, this isn't resource management either.
That's because of the difficulty zone.
Yeah, this is story difficulty.
Yeah. Like, we have not had to manage resources at any point.
I have intentionally told the game I don't want to deal with your mechanics because I don't like them.
Also, how much of your problem with the first run was missing a shotgun early on?
Some. Like, admittedly, it was some, but it's not all of it. It's also just the fact of, even with the different medication I'm on that lets me handle, like, my anxiety better, I don't like survival horror games. Right, gotta remember what I'm here for. And Alan Wake 1 wasn't that. It was a goofy sort of, like, Stephen King-esque romp.
I mean, I don't really get survival horror from this game that much. It is definitely less jokey than Alan Wake 1.
Yeah.
Like, it takes itself more seriously.
I see some of the influence it got from
hearing stories about the cult of the tree.
No problem.
Feral maniacs living in the woods. Satanists chanting, "We watch in the night," as they perform blood sacrifices in the forests.
Blood.
Or things not quite human lurking in the dark.
Dark.
There were many versions of the story, but they all shared one important element. Danger in the dark, in the woods. Somewhere among all the urban legends lay a secret truth. The real identity of the cultists prowling in the woods. Real faces hid behind the masks. Real hands held the knives. Real people fulfilling a grim purpose. The forest was not safe. People were right to keep their children away from the trees.
I can see the elements that they have taken from recent survival horror game remakes.
Yeah, they've taken the, like, grab the two halves of the octagon key to get through a door type stuff.
Also, the inventory management that they do have is very reminiscent of the Resident Evil remakes. The thing I would say about this is, because we're going through on story mode, we are not dealing with one of the chief aspects of most survival horrors, which is supply management.
Based on all the stuff I've been reading through, looking up guides, that kind of stuff I've been going through, though, realistically, I've seen for most people, when they're playing on normal or higher difficulties, is they just avoid most enemies. You don't need to fight 95% of the enemies.
So that is another aspect to a lot of survival horror games, is avoiding the conflict to maintain your resources. Early Resident Evil games, it was not recommended you kill everything you run across. You killed a few zombies because you'd have to go through those rooms multiple times. But for the most part, if you were only in a room once or twice, you ran in there, avoided a swing from an enemy, grabbed an item, and left, saving your ammo for bosses. That is a very common survival horror game thing.
Yeah, but this isn't even like sort of saving ammo for bosses. This is like, this boss is really bad, except you shoot it once in the head with a rifle and it's dead. So you need 2 bullets.
No, I'm just saying, I see thinking of it as a survival horror game, I see how people would have that philosophy. Because this has a lot of the common aspects of survival horror games, both past and modern.
I will say what it doesn't have common aspects of. It doesn't feel or look like it plays anything like either Control or Quantum Break. It is a lot more measured and paced.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, yeah. I mean, Control and Quantum Break were shooters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quantum Break was even more of a third-person action shooter than than
Control was.
Alan Wake was, and Control was just a flat out like power fantasy, fling things around.
Shooter with powers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could legitimately make a go of that game of never using the gun.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you could legit make a go of the game of only using telekinesis.
Yeah.
Stuck on a rock.
I was stuck on a rock, yeah. Second, upgrade the case board. Okay, all we're missing on cult stashes is one from Bright Falls. Where am I missing one?
Bright Falls?
No, in Cauldron Lake.
Oh.
Because even Mayor Savage
one
Charm
clue.
isn't showing me.
There are 5 in Cauldron Lake.
Did I just misread the wrong section?
Those aren't stashes. Those are boxes.
Or, sorry, yeah. Sorry, lunch boxes, yeah. Point remains, though. Missing one. Have no idea where it is.
Like lunchbox. Map open here for a second so I can scroll through and see.
Oh, I also missed a manuscript page up at the rental cabin.
Yep. Far from the cabin though, so.
Yeah, it's really close.
I went down there. The marker for that one. I don't see that one. That one. That one. Yeah, I don't see. Nowhere where there should be a marker for one is showing up on your. So. There is one in the rental cabin, so if you need to go there from the manuscript page anyways, we can head there. We'll check the location there.
Yep. I already did get the one that was in the rental cabin.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
required bolt cutters.
Yeah.
Do we have pictures of the 7 you did get?
We do. Give me a second to get to the rental cabin, and then we'll...
That's true. If we check those, we can figure out which one to have.
Yep. Head into the save room.
I mean, we need to head here anyways to get the manuscript page.
Here's the manuscript page.
Animals stayed away from the water's edge as if to avoid some unseen submerged predator waiting just below the dark surface. They never drank the water from the lake. Birds flew around it, never over. Darkness flowed from Cauldron Lake. Gaze in the black mirror of the lake, you'd see it all around you, and you'd understand. It was already out, already where you were. It was already too late. Cauldron Lake used to be alive with people. Beautiful forests, hiking trails leading to stunning vistas. Then the government put up a fence, kept the people out. Volcanic gas, they said. They didn't want anyone knowing the truth. The lake wasn't a lake at all. The dark water a mask to hide the hungry, bottomless ocean below. A fence couldn't stop the flood that was coming. Nothing could. The return of the nightmare rising from the depths.
Alright. Keys board. So here are the 7 that we've got from Cauldron Lake.
Okay. Monitoring station, Waterfall Vista, Cauldron Lake ground cabin, landslide, rain cabin. Landslide, I think. Made. Okay, pull up your map. Hard to tell because I don't want in the northern section of the map there. That marker, there should be one around there. I don't know if that's the one we're missing or not. But there should be one like right next to that marker.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going on a scavenger hunt.
We can start then, and like some of them are obvious, like monitoring station is obvious.
This is what happens when you let wood touchers in your town for too long.
Can't just call them that.
You want to know what I think happened? I think we found all 8, but I forgot to click on one of the notes inside, which is what triggers you getting the picture.
That's definitely a possibility. I think it was just there to your right. Based on the sound, I think this is the Waterfall Vista one we had.
Yeah,
pull back up the Mind Palace.
All right. Mind Palace. Yeah, we got the Waterfall Vista one.
We got Waterfall Vista. So ones we absolutely have. We absolutely have cabins. We absolutely have witches. Absolutely have rain cabins. We know this is the Vista. We have the camp. We have the monitoring station. So that would leave the one we just went to, which is Scenic Overlook, which isn't it, which is the waterfall.
Yeah.
There's Main Road and there's Streamside. So those are the other two we need. Although I think you have main road, because main road is the other side of the roadblock that's right next to you.
Yeah, we just got that one this session.
So although the map for the stream side wasn't loading, traverse the stream north of the witch's hut, follow as far as you can, follow as far east as you can. You'll find a small lunchbox near a small water.
Also, man, I did not realize it was already 11.
Yep.
Yep.
We did more
Done a lot of
sleuthing.
running around and collecting.
We've also been getting more story and more Alan content, so. Oh yeah, I can even see the little rocks here.
And another lunchbox.
Here we
Not
go.
sure why that one's not on the map for us. The charm, but
I looked down at the rippling water. The moonlight danced over each and every little wave, a marching band of shimmering light. Lonely and cold, I hugged myself inside. I thought of him. Then the surface of the lake calmed, and like a spectral surprise, he was there. His face, smiling at me, reflected in the water. God!
But
I heard
I am
you!
reading!
Oh. Brute. His face, smiling at me, reflected in the water. I looked up, not daring to believe it was true. But it was true. He was there. My love. My savior. My writer. Can't even finish a goddamn story around here. Guys throwing foam sickles and axes out here. Coffee World's gotta
What?
stop selling those. Somebody could get really hurt.
I think that's everything in this region.
There we go. Put a bandage on. It's fine. Alright. Alright. Lunch boxes. All the cult stashes. Oh, we're missing a doll. And we're missing a rhyme.
Rhyme in Cauldron Lake?
Yes. We're missing a rhyme in Cauldron Lake. And missing a doll.
Cauldron Lake. Do we have a way to tell which ones we've done? We have done every Cauldron. There's only 5.
Okay, and that means we are missing a...
That
like,
last
note
one
or
is
something.
the final.
Oh, the last one's the final one? Okay.
Yes.
Alright, cool. I feel better now. Alright, let's get out of Cauldron Lake.
Yeah, which is also why we don't have why we have a missing doll. because you don't get the final doll until you complete the final or the
Oh, okay.
But basically, when you do every other Earthward Rhyme, the one before the final rhyme, there will also be an FBC briefcase that contains the mystery doll. We don't have yet.
I'm no longer getting something out of being here.
Have a great day.
Enjoy the blaring claxons of Cauldron Lake.
No one really should come and turn that thing off.
Not my job.
I think I got bigger issues.
That has the FBC's serious shit sensor. Shit be serious.
Shit beast.
I'll repeat. Not my job.
Now we're gonna head back to Bright Falls. Heading on back to Bright Falls.
Vroom vroom. Anything left in Bray Falls?
One cult stash.
Oh.
And a manuscript page all the way back at the nursing home. Unfortunate. We'll take care of the I'm sorry, there's a lock thing and there's a door that I got a few things.
There's also a lunchbox, it looks like.
Yeah. Hold on a second. It's a manuscript page. Around here somewhere.
Is there underground in that building, possibly? I don't know if the building. Interior.
I don't think the building has a basement of any kind. Yeah, it's like out in the parking lot by the
Well, yeah, that's why I'm wondering if there's a basement that would put that a place you could actually be in that spot in the park. But
maybe. shortcut to the back while we're here. Oh, right, we can't do that.
What shortcut to the back?
I thought that was one of the doors that had a bike lock on it. See, there's like a storm cellar or something out here. Does not look like it. Oh, that's gonna drive me absolutely nuts. Alright, we're gonna make the trek out and grab the manuscript page while we're here.
Well, it's like there is stuff in that building we haven't seen. There's a locked room full of boxes.
Yeah.
See on the.
Hello. Girl, you okay?
Girl is not okay.
I can't force it open.
Why can't you?
Just positively loaded with containers.
Maybe we can get through it through the window on the outside. There's a deer head in there. I see a deer head. Reveal to me your secrets.
Unfortunately, the fine art of opening a window is lost.
Only because they won't let me fire a gun in town.
You know, you don't have to fire a gun to open a window, right?
Well, apparently I do. Take a key. No key. Well, I got no earthly idea about how to open that box. We'll figure it out when we come back.
Yeah, I'll start looking into it.
Yeah. You gotta get those deer heads. Speaking of which, man, that's gonna be a hell of a collectible if I've missed one. Because that one we don't get any indicator on the board for.
For which one?
The deer heads.
Ah.
That one we just gotta prey on.
Okay, the manuscript page in the street isn't there yet.
Weird.
The Mayor Center charm shows where everything is, but it shows their location whether or not it's actually there or not.
Oh.
That particular one won't spawn in until you complete the sheriff station.
Oh, okay, then I think I know exactly which note that is then. Alright.
I searched up and literally someone else has... Is this a bug? A picture of that exact spot.
It's nice that they allow you to just quick save like that. Oh, wait, hold on, I'm getting lost. Leisurely stroll through the woods. Doo-doo-doo. Oh. Well, since we're nearby. Got a bunch of things to collect in the woods. Go out in the woods today. You're in for a big surprise.
Are they?
Go out in the woods today. You won't believe your eyes. Because Alan Wake is writing novels.
Okay, that final room, or that locked room,
Yeah.
that is the reward room for finding all the deer heads.
Oh.
There's another lunchbox.
Or manuscript fragments.
So if we missed a deer head,
Woo boy.
Saga was sure she had hit the Taken in the head, but had not even slowed the monster down. She took aim and fired again. Another headshot. This time, the Taken staggered.
Boom, headshot.
we can check if we got all of them if you interact with the head here in the Mind
Oh,
Palace.
yeah. It'll tell us the number. It's also unfortunately very finicky about, like, letting us interact with the head. Like, it just will not give me a prompt here.
So, no head.
Maybe leave and come back, see if it reloads the check for those.
Nah, it just doesn't even give us the prompt for it.
Did we perchance already get the for it and then just, or the response for getting all 12, just didn't realize it?
No, because the last time I checked the head was like 2 sessions ago, and we had like 6 remaining.
Oh, another rhyme.
And at the rhyme.
It's rhyme time.
To the beach a child went wandering. Pretty shiny rocks she's gathering. But from the water a monster rose, a horrible beast with a pointy nose, a flapping wing and dragging toes. But the child was wrong. It was her mother all along, on a boat grabbing a towel that's already gone. Child. Monster.
That's it.
Scream.
Okay,
Oh,
so that
hey.
was our next to last one.
Another charm.
Okay, so everything but the...
Yep.
Witchfinder's Station. I've been there before. Worth checking out.
Property of the Federal Bureau of Control, Department of Parafictional Research, lead researcher Dr. Campbell. Keep this container locked at all times. This is a test, or the test item is kept separate from the others, as well as a safe distance from the main testing facility, Witchfinder Station. Alright.
Yeah, so Witchfinder Station, finish that out.
Yep. We have a couple more things to get here, though.
Yep.
So what's everybody been playing? As of recently.
I've started up a new game of SRW 30 since we've been doing that stream.
Hey.
I am somewhat embarrassed by what I'm going to say, but I'll let Vince go first.
I mean, a lot of Pal World.
Both pretty good choices.
Yeah.
That guy was just minding his own business.
So, for some reason, I got an itch to play an ARPG, but I've already played a shit ton of Diablo 3 on my Switch. So I booted up Diablo 2 on my Switch.
Oh, that's fine. Nothing wrong with Diablo 2.
Oh no, there's plenty wrong with this game.
All right.
For as much as I have complained about other games that seem to have no respect for the player and their time, Diablo 2 is one of those games that has even less. And yet I'm still playing it.
Buddy, my
You
father...
like being disrespected.
God, oh, fuck. Oh, I've discovered a new kink.
Hidden by the tweez.
Just then, I suddenly slammed into something that felt like a sturdy, well-built brick wall. I almost fell, but a strong arm grabbed me by the waist. I hardly knew what was happening. A voice reached through my confused, frightened haze like an outstretched hand. A gruff, manly voice. The deep, reassuring voice reassured me. "Don't you worry, miss. I've got this." I looked up just in time to see the monster barreling through the forest at us. Just then, a blast! The monster went down like an elderly person who had lost their cane. I looked up at my savior
God damn.
and saw a handsome face with dark hair. He wore a stylish tweed jacket and held up a smoking pistol. "Looks like I got here just in time," he said. He smiled at me and my heart fluttered like a bird. I'll say, I thought to myself.
The man, my hero, is Alan Wake. It was actually just an elderly man who saw it. Dropped his cane.
What if I take the weird doll to the place it's not supposed to go? What's the worst
That sounds like a terrible idea.
You fool, you've messed with the natural order.
They're actually kind of cute the longer you look at them.
Are they? Are they really?
Back towards the retirement home. Yes. Okay, you know what? Thinking on it, I am gonna be so mad if it came all the way. Okay, good. There is a manuscript page here. So, like, now that we know that this foretells future locations of manuscript pages, it's like, God, I'm so pissed.
That's fair.
Saga had slid into a nightmare. A growing amount of evidence said her daughter was dead. Saga couldn't accept that. Wake said it could be undone. But Wake was gone, in the custody of the Federal Bureau of Control. Casey, her only ally, was gone too. She was alone. Agent Estevez had pulled rank on her, stonewalled her, shut her out of her own case. Saga refused to give up. She needed answers. Tor and Odin Anderson would have some. A family visit then. No one could blame her for that. Saga was trapped in a horror story. It was manifesting itself around her like the darkness of a mental illness, pushing her deeper and deeper.
Now all the way back to town. Enjoy your day, gentlemen. Woo! Oh, the Valhalla nursing home charm. And another coffee mug. Box 2! When you miss with a rocket launcher. Now you've seen my shame. No one can leave. I'm embarrassed.
Being embarrassed is no reason to kill a man.
As for what games myself I've been playing, I have been going through a lot of a roguelike that I found recently. And am quite enjoying it. The game that got me through kind of a rough time that I'd been having last week. It's Path of Acra. One of those games that encourages you to, like, just make the most broken build you can. Also, a game I've been waiting for actually came out today, but I didn't realize it until, like, 8 p.m. tonight. Wizard Wars 2, which is a 4X title in the vein of, like, Civilization. But with a very in-depth magic tree that lets you do all sorts of wacky nonsense.
We learned from the last time, didn't we?
No, we didn't. We didn't learn any lessons.
Another Alex Casey lunchbox?
Look, we got crazy people leaving lunchboxes everywhere. You wouldn't believe how hard it was to track down these lunchboxes. Thank goodness for the internet. Alright, we got all the lunchboxes.
Yeah, I have been playing some other stuff besides Diablo 2. I have been playing through Pokemon Emerald.
Okay.
So I'm going through the older Pokemon games, doing what I refer to as championship runs, which is play through to beat the Elite Four and then transfer that champion team into home. I've already done Gens 1 and 2, on Gen 3 now. But I've been so engrossed in that I sent you an image of why it's a shame that we got to this a few weeks ago, because we almost could have had something even more magical for Fortnite. Now that Hatsune Miku's in it.
Yeah, we did miss Alan Wake doing the Miku Miku beam.
Look, we just need to find Marcy.
Which I think honestly would have been the height of absurdity for it.
Hey, buddy. Alright, and we've been able to do this for a while, but we never really had a reason to come back to Bright Falls. Or go into Bright Falls proper. So we're just going to invade Rose's privacy. Over to her manager's office. Dear Diary, Alan contacted me again today. There was a message for me hidden in the newspaper. He wanted to make sure I was ready for his arrival. What a silly thing to even ask. Of course I'm ready. Duh, Alan. Oh, and Norman got into the dried apricots at work again. I swear we'll have to fumigate the place. Dear Diary, some guy at the diner got mad that I brought him a piece of cherry pie and demanded a free piece of apple, but he totally ordered cherry. When I pointed out that he already took like 2 bites of the cherry, he said he thought it was apple. Apple pie and cherry pie do not look the same. I told him he could order another piece, but he'd have to pay for it, and he got so mad and started screaming about leaving me a bad review. Like I care about reviews. Anyway, I took his pie and told him babies shouldn't be eating sweets. He shouted a bit, then left. Some people. Dear Diary, Cynthia has been acting up lately. I think she's turning into a you-know-what. Lots of you-know-what's popping up lately. I'll keep an eye on it. If things get out of hand, I can always get out the rifle. I'm sure Alan would appreciate me keeping the place safe. That's not creepy. Even with the knowledge that, you know, Rose is mostly right about everything she's writing about.
Yes.
Take a few of the looser bits. It's unsettling. I think this person is becoming
I can't force it open.
a spooky shadow monster. Well, time to bust out the hunting rifle.
Now, Rose, do you think they're honestly becoming a shadow monster, or are you just using it as an excuse to shoot someone else?
Okay.
Trying to be like your hero, Alan Wake, the man who went on a rampage and shot over 100 people in the forest.
It was not 100 people. It was more like 40.
One of us needs to stay at the lodge in case Marcy hears.
Like maybe 50 at most.
I don't know, there are a lot of people.
55.
I'm a bit worried they have an exact number.
Now, a whole lot of birds. He killed a whole lot
That's
of
true.
birds with a flare gun.
Shot a lot of birds.
Alright, go back to Cauldron Lake.
That's what this game has been missing.
What?
Birds.
Ah, yeah, there ain't no birds in this one. There ain't no birds and there ain't no phantom tractors.
That's
the
your
first-
no poltergeist tossing shit at
In the
people.
first game, the darkness could also take control of like vehicles and stuff, so you had to fight like backhoes, and construction equipment, and stuff like that.
It also tossed shit at you. Like, just straight up, the darkness, as a tornado, tossed shit at the player.
Yep.
Or at Alan.
Alright, we need to tape some LED lights to like a combat knife or something, and that'll be the ultimate anti-shadow weapon. We need to bother with all this ammo stuff.
Seems legit.
We gotta go Kyle Crane on these weapons, just make them real crazy. Speaking of that, my God, I can't believe they're bringing back Kyle Crane. I'm still kind of in awe. It's like, oh, you mean the worst protagonist I've ever seen in a video game? Kyle Crane, the man we trained wrong as a joke. I have been enjoying my replay through of
2?
2, yeah. It does help that Reloaded Edition kind of just goes whole hog on what everybody wanted out of Dying Light, which is just murdering a bunch of zombies in first-person combat. It also helps you're playing as a much more sympathetic character.
That's fair.
It's hard to be less sympathetic.
It's... yeah. I did also learn a funny thing. Like, number one, as janky as Dying Light 1 could be, Dying Light 2's engine is built out of, like, matchsticks and prayer. Sometimes. For example, I learned that in Dying Light 2, the way that the dropkick works, because of course they brought back the dropkick, it's the best part of Dying Light 1. But the way the dropkick works is not it's applying force based on some kind of, like, mathematical thing. No, when you do the double drop kick, it just puts you into the double drop kick position and then puts, like, some kind of repulsor field on your character's feet. I don't care. So, like, even if you don't land the drop kick, but a zombie, like, walks up and touches your foot, they will explode and fly away.
Amazing. I'll be back.
Yep.
I am back. Dark Lake has to be the trickster. Dead Captain Eye. Night 2.
get this one. Oh, I haven't found all of the things, that's why.
It is a bit annoying that it's a audio thing. It's just constantly repeating, as opposed to a written note like the others.
Yeah. Just here, so you can keep an eye on the child. My father. It's here.
So only 5 of the symbols were used.
Yeah, that's what I figured, because the hero moves.
And I can confirm that you have the hero correct.
Yes, this is the father. Mother and her hatchling has to be this one.
Which figure is that one?
Huh?
Which figure was that one?
One on the water is the trickster.
That is correct.
The tricky witch.
Your other 3 are not.
Okay, well, I don't have anything on that and that, so let's grab. Let's grab him. Okay, the hero's correct. The witch is
Hero's correct and witch correct.
No Captain I. I want to say the father goes in the home because then you can see the hero.
Father is not going the home.
All right, I got nothing.
These are less abstract than you think they are. What is a loving mother?
Check.
What could be another symbol for loving?
See, that one's nasty because it says hatchling and you've got the hatchling one upstairs.
Oh, there absolutely is. Now, if a mother had a hatchling...
Yeah, but they imply that the hatchling and the mother are in the same place. Okay. So
now you have to just figure out the father. Which is also less abstract than you think.
He'd have to be here.
Nope. What was the father doing?
Keeping an eye on the hero.
Yeah. You're right.
Is there an eye symbol?
There's an eye symbol that you just haven't found yet.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
This one is actually very straightforward. They pretty much say what each thing is next to right immediately.
What
The really only confusing one is the hatchling.
Who is this? How do you know I'm here?
I've been monitoring your incessant tampering with my project. You have made some advantageous progress, however.
What project?
What project? So you've just been playing around with my test arrangements with absolutely no understanding of their function. The hubris.
Indeed.
But your interference with my research has come to its conclusion, and I'm interested to see the results. The trick, I believe, is in the manifestation of the nursery rhymes, art becoming reality, the doorway being revealed, and perhaps even someone entering it.
Get to the point.
Meddlesome and rude, I see. The point is that by your unwanted actions, you may have opened the way. And now I'll get to observe what exactly occurs when a subject crosses the threshold. No, wait, that's not right. What is that? Do you see?
What? Hello? Hey, are you there?
Oh god.
Sounds like this person got more than they bargained for. Ugh, let's start again. There's something else in there too. This will be handy.
There you go. You got your reward.
Okay.
And a jump scare.
I was gonna say, and a jump scare. Was the jump scare the reward?
Oh, a fourth charm slot. Oh,
It is a fourth charm slot.
Nice.
Ah.
I'll
Charming.
take these dolls.
You weren't here when I made that joke already, Vince. And then Saga sighed at me.
I am going to take a flying leap and assume that we will see more of that in the actual Lake House DLC, which deals all with the FBC outposts that's out here. Alright, well, that was that. Now let's run all the way back to the car.
You do know what I wish this game had? The ability to quick travel between the save points.
Yeah.
Just ignore them.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, that one's cry made it sound like he said, "Ma!" And I thought he was gonna tell us about a weird cat.
My Saga Anderson's back.
None of the shadow people are actually dangerous to us.
Yep.
As much so, they're perpetuating the idea that Saga Anderson, much like Alan Wake previously, is just running through the woods murdering random people.
It makes as much sense as anything else.
Do-do-do.
Do-do-do.
Do, do, do. Do, 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 do.
I'm not done here yet.
Could be.
Oh, right.
Really? They won't let you walk up that path?
They will not let me walk up that path.
Choice.
I'll walk up this path just fine.
They'll let you go to where that path takes you. They just won't let you walk up that path.
Da-da-da-da. I head back to Bright Falls. And then that is probably where we'll call it for this session.
Fair.
So we took way longer than I thought doing side quest stuff. But we did manage to finish all of the cult stashes and all of the... or not all of the cult stashes. We have not gotten all the cult stashes. Actually, we gotta hunt down where the last one is.
We've done lunchboxes. We've done
Lunchboxes and rhymes, yeah.
We could probably grab the remaining box. Like we should probably do the final box on stream.
Okay.
Or the unlock from boxes on the stream. We should probably also do the unlock the deer heads on stream.
Yeah.
Do we want to do an off-stream deer head check?
Yeah, the deer head check can be done off stream. That doesn't need to be. It's just
Alternatively, if you check if the Mind Palace actually will let you interact with the toe head. Well, there's a way. There's a way we can check and see if we have all of them in the world, because we're right by where the check for where the event would happen.
Well, we already tried the door and we don't have it.
Well, it's not the door. So you want to go to the her Mind Palace in the world.
Oh, Mind Palace in the real world. Okay.
It's here in the lodge.
So where's the indicator?
Okay. We would hear the noise of a deer, and there'd be a deer to follow if it was the.
Okay.
If it would trigger. So we are missing at least one deer head somewhere.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, you find all the deer heads, you interact with the deer palace. It gives you a specific message, and then you basically go to the lodge. Trigger that. The deer basically leads you down this hallway to.
Okay.
So we can do an off-stream.
Yeah.
Deer head check. Because that's going to be another case of running around all three areas again.
Okay.
Means we'll likely finish up next session.
Most likely, yeah.
And then it's on to the DLCs.
Because I'm gonna let you know, Return 6 is very short. Return 6 is an impromptu boss fight, and then Return 7 is a set piece. And then once you hit Return 7, the save you see here, the Return 7 summoning from my previous playthrough, that is the point of no return save that they give before the set piece. Once you do that one, it's just set piece after set piece after set piece to the end of the game.
At the end.
But yeah, so thank you for joining us. Bit more of a low-key stream than I thought it was going to be, but important that we get all the stuff on stream. Not in every game, but in this one, since it has all the lore stuff attached to it.
Right.
Stuff. But anyway, join us on Monday, because we'll be taking Sunday off. But join us on Monday for the return to the quarantine region as we get into tough fights and tougher decisions. As we get to the...
Hopefully, next session will be less of a redo every fight at least one.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. But as we get to Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor Overclocked, And join us back here next Thursday when we will most likely conclude the base game of Alan Wake 2. Until then, I've been your host, Krampus.
I've been Shiv.
I've been Hunter Grain.
And I've been here the whole time.
All right. And remember, lunchboxes hidden in the woods are often from friends and contain little pages that will make you shoot guns better. That's science. That's also fan fiction, but... Bye, everyone.